I'm at 4213 Huntington Avenue in, I believe this is Covington, Kentucky. Doing a sanitary lateral inspection for the purchase of a home. We're looking for any root intrusion, any structural issues, anything that may be of concern to the buyer. We're going through the clean out in the stack in the basement, about halfway back on the right side if you're facing the house. I expect to find probably clay underneath the floor and out to the main, but we'll make any comments we feel are necessary along the way. found a blockage. It could just be from lack of use. I don't see any water in the line, so I believe the water may be turned off. I'm going to check that too to see if we can check flow. But I'm going to pause the video for a second and locate exactly where we are. I pushed out to located this. We are at the left front corner of the house, underneath the sidewalk, the new sidewalk they put in. And this may have just been material that's left behind. The house is not occupied. And so we're going to try to run some water here in a minute, but I'm going to continue on down the line and see what should go straight out. Based off of the placement of it right next to, we're coming into a line right next to the house next door. So I'm just kind of wondering if we possibly have a shared tap. But you can see there's a line coming in from the right. So maybe it is a downspout on that house. But I'm going to continue on and see if we have another connection possibly. I'm also going to look at it does look like this is a larger pipe, maybe even an 8-inch, so this could be a shared tap. But I have no way to verify that. I am going to look it up. I do have access to the SD1 maps. Like we may have, man, this, I can't tell what this is, if this is a broken pipe. It looks like I've got the top of the pipe, maybe an old clean out or something laying in the line here. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to pass it. I mean, you can see the edge of the pipe there. See the large curvature of the bell that probably fell in of the connection, which would have been like the female end. And so yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to pass this point. This is going to have to be repaired, or it's going to have to be dug up and repaired, even if this is coming from further upstream or something like that. This is obviously an issue and it's going to be holding water. So I'm going to pause the video again. I'm going to locate exactly where this is. All right, we've marked it. It's right at the retaining wall, and it looks like it's actually within the house line of the house to the left if you're facing the house. So this may be a shared tap. It's kind of looking that way because it has a connection coming from the right side, which looks to be a downspout, as we've got, before we got to this point, a couple feet upstream from here. And then it does look like a larger pipe. It looks like it goes from 6 to maybe an 8. It's hard to tell from the inside, but so this is marked with a green flag. It is about 5 foot 6 inches deep to the invert, which is the inside bottom of the pipe. But we are going to try to run some water and see if because if the neighbors are tied into this, it's obviously been flowing, and we're just, this obviously has to be fixed, but we're just wondering if it's being used by the neighbors or not to try to. I don't think anyone's home, but we're trying to figure out if this is a shared tap or not. So we're going to run some water and just see how it acts. Okay, the water is actually not turned on to the house, so we're not going to be able to run any water now. I don't know. We don't have permission. I'm assuming that the home inspector, the whole house inspector that will be in here, should have approval to turn that on. But with the temperatures the way they are, I don't want to take any chances. But right around in here, I believe that we had a connection on the right hand side, and that is right below a downspout for the house next door. To the left. That's you can see it right there off to the right. There's a pipe connection just barely in screen, and I think that is the downspout from the house to the left, again if you're facing the house. And then we should be turning here. You can see there's a line coming from further back from behind the houses, or from the back of the house, excuse me. And so this is Ying in, and we are outside almost on the house line of the house to the left. And then this was, I can't really see well enough right here to know, but it kind of looks like there may be a piece of pipe missing right there. And this would be right underneath the sidewalk that's been replaced, and it looks like a couple sinkholes, which would make perfect sense if that line is open. If there's a hole on top, then the earth is, anytime groundwater is just going to take all the earth with it and create that sinkhole. So I'm going to get underneath it. I wish I could get a better picture, but I can't get my camera close enough but you can see it missing. I mean, possibly that is that section that's laying further down in the pipe, but it's going to have to be removed. So yeah, you can definitely see the void on the very top of the screen, and that could be that section that's laying it somehow, maybe made it further down the pipe, but it's preventing me from inspecting any further. So I'm going to push underneath it, which will be underwater. I'm going to locate this spot also, but I think it's pretty evident based off of a previous locate that it's right underneath that the new sidewalk they put in. So we're going to pause the video again and get another locate. Okay, so we are directly underneath the sidewalk. It is like 7'10" to the invert from the top of the sidewalk. I'm going to push out a little bit. We've talked to the neighbor, and they're going to run a little bit of water to see if there's any other water coming through this line. Looks like this is all mud and stuff, so it could be a turn, but it looks like a opening in the pipe where it's winding in to another connection. So it could be the lateral tied together, or it could just be the storm that's tied in, because there's definitely a connection on the right side that comes in from that downspout from the house. Don't see any water yet. He said something about their pipes being frozen or something next door. Yeah, so I'm not seeing anything, but I don't see how they could be, because he said they don't have any heat. Do you mind? Just so I can continue watching. Okay, so it looks like the water is running. I'm not seeing anything come in. I'm going to push back down to that other connection, which you see. Aha, there it is. So yes, this is a shared connection. That is their tap on the right-hand side, which I thought was just the downspout. That is actually their tap coming in, because you can see there's no water flowing, and you can see it coming in and coming across the line right here. And so the water to this house is completely off, so there's no way of anything coming from this house. So there we go. This is a shared tap. This is a shared line here. And looks like hopefully I can we can see some stuff here and see how well it's going around that broken pipe down here a little bit. Pushing me off to the side of the connection. A little bit of a... There we go. A little bit of a lip now. So this is a shared tap. And there's that line. So that's why you see all the toilet paper and stuff. It's really hard for me to tell the direction of the pipe. But again, this could have fallen in from earlier where we just located. And it's just sitting in the pipe, obstructing flow, and my camera, obviously. Or it could be broke further. I think probably to get this out of here, it looks like it's broke off to the side of this. And it does look like it might be a little bit big of a piece to have come out of another spot, but looks like water is making it past, and so probably if they've just been using toilet paper, it's probably been escaping without causing any backups, but this is a definite issue. So again, this is marked, and so is the whole upstream. And this is a shared, probably an 8-inch line. It looks like it looks pretty large. Should be seeing that connection there on the right. There we go. And then water flow originates out of there. So, this is definitely going to have to be repaired. It'll all be on my report. I think it needs to be repaired before anyone takes occupancy. You don't want to try to mess with this at all. This obviously cause a backup, and it looks like it could possibly cause a backup into both houses. So, the rest of the line looks pretty good for its age. It's got a little bit of, slight offsets sometimes in the clay, but that's not uncommon at all. It's probably been there since they put it in. Just obviously you have a hole and a piece of pipe in the middle of the line. It's obstructing flow and is preventing me from completing the inspection. So I'm going to recommend that this be repaired as soon as possible. Possibly, maybe they can get it cleaned out, but I'm thinking that the pipe is damaged. It's going to have to be dug up and repaired. So, but that'll end the inspection at 4213 Huntington Avenue in Covington, Kentucky.